Right back at you.
At this point, I would like to begin the latest iteration of my second humanist revival meeting. No, I won't do that. Okay, I used to go around science fiction conventions doing my second humanist revival meeting and getting whole congregations to shout amen and hallelujah. Now I've stopped. Okay. But it helped me understand Jimmy Swaggart. Because now, after doing that, I understood what it felt like to have this wave coming from an audience of the laughter when you want them to laugh, of the amens and hallelujahs. There is something in the human being that just thrives off of community acceptance or the illusion thereof. So I appreciate you giving me that illusion today. And now you have questions, but I'm going to preempt you with the question that I'm always asked, and I know that I have to answer this question because if I don't, then the signing line is infinite because people keep asking it in line. So, the Ender's Game movie. Am I right? Is that the... By the way, I will tell you that I'm a little sad that in America we have the attitude that the movie is the ultimate highest form of art. You know, why don't we have people ever saying, you know, that movie was so good it ought to be made into an epic poem. They never say that. They just say, you know, that's so good they ought to make a movie out of it. Why? The movie inside your head is wonderful. It's the one you've already performed, the dialogue you've already heard. But over the last week, we came one step closer. We have our director, and it was leaked, so now I can finally talk about it. We don't know who leaked it, but we think it was his agent. His agents do that kind of thing. But it's Gavin Hood, who is a wonderful director. We're still working on getting the script right, and you know, we have a plan for the next draft of the script that I think is going to be it. I think it's going to work. So we'll see if we're right. Nothing can happen until the script is done. When we have the right script, then the money falls into place, because it's kind of waiting for the right script. And then we can start talking about casting. Right now, there's no point. But I will say that I think we're so close now that not only has the actor who will play Ender been born, but he's probably already in school. So, you know, I'm pretty optimistic. All I know is this, that I and the other producers and executives involved in this attempt at Ender's Game are committed to making sure that the movie is Ender's Game, and that it's at least as good as the book, we hope better, because it'll be shorter. We have to cut out a lot. I mean, I can tell you that the plan right now is Ender agrees to go to battle school there at home, and the next thing we see is he's walking in the door in Bonso's army. And everything between is there to read in the book. But we will cut straight to the chase, because we have to get him out of battle school halfway through this movie, or we don't have time to make the ending work. That's what we found out in draft after draft. And the nice thing is that we also had Harry Potter movies in between, the earliest iterations of the Ender's Game screenplay, because we learned how boring it is to watch Quidditch. It's almost as boring as watching hockey. And sorry, for those of you who are hockey players, I realize I just put my life on the line, but that's...
Gloves are off.
But we're not going to spend a lot of time in the battle room. It'll be great. It'll look terrific. When you see it, you go, yes, that's just how I hoped it would be. They did a wonderful job. And then you won't have to look at it much. Because we'll go on to the story, because it's a human story. And it's not a sports story, or even a military story. It's about human relationships. So, we're getting closer. That's everything that I know that can be told in polite company about the Ender's Game movie at this point. I could give you the long, boring saga of all the things that have gone wrong before, but you know, now that it's starting to work, who cares? So, we won't worry about that. Now, real questions from you. It looks like there are people with microphones, so they want you to either come to the front or shout into the microphone from far back. Yes.